rocking with
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report Podcast.
You've been around him for years before rumors like this came out. Have you heard anything like this or seen any kind of funny business that you would think he would do that?
Honestly, dog, that question right there, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I would have to be paid to answer that. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why, Lean.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. I don't really do podcasts anymore.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I got a story to tell. And nobody hears my story because I'm not the famous one. And I don't give a fuck about being the famous one.
Right,
I never did.
Right.
And because of that, people only go after the famous one's story. But there's some other stories from other motherfuckers. And so instead of me always giving and niggas making money over here in the same arena, I'm on some, man, well, listen, if niggas want to know my real shit, cut a check.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, right?
And I'm not telling you to cut a check. I'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if people see this and it's like, it's like, because these checks are getting cut all over the place. Cut me a fucking check then.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, right? I kind of know the answer to this. That's why I asked it. But I will say this: you deserve a check. You know what I'm saying? So there's people out there that will want you on their platform, and maybe we can make a link. Maybe we can make a link for you. You know what I'm saying?
To cut a check
so,
because at the end of the day, people have told their story.
Yeah.
And people have tried to tell my story.
Yeah.
And I ain't with that.
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't gonna tell my story.
Right.
And if you think you wanna start telling my story, then I'm gonna hop in there in the arena and I'm gonna tell my story. And again, it goes back to whether the people that hear it, whether you wanna believe it or you wanna believe that. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't got no fucking reason to lie about nothing. You know why? Because I'm not striving to be famous and popular and popping and trending and all. I'm not that dude. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
I go through life as an everyday common man. When I'm with my fucking girl, I don't even want to be recognized.
Yeah.
It irritates me when I'm with her trying to have a good time. I might be with her on the beach, sitting on the wall, drinking some wine, eating some pizza, and motherfuckers want to come up like, yo, twice thou, yo, listen to this and that, and interrupting my shit. So I'm just not that dude. I'm very quiet, humble. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I know exactly what you're talking about. You got a story to tell, and that's why I wanted to interview you as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with you, for a long time. So you know what I'm saying. You always showed us love. Anyways, let me get back to this. I'm gonna get back to that in a second. Well, him, but when y'all signed the deal, what year did you sign y'all first deal?
We signed the Tommy Boy. That had to be 80.
So y'all signed the Tommy Boy first?
Signed the Tommy Boy first. Yep.
Okay. And how much did y'all sign for?
I can't remember. It wasn't a lot. And it wasn't a full album deal. I believe it was an EP deal, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but it wasn't a lot of money.
Yeah. And how you feel when y'all signed that deal?
I felt good, man. We were very happy. Rock was down with us at the time. God rest his soul. Rock was a big reason that we got that deal. See, it goes back to, when Rock got down with us, he brought another element to Almighty RSO. He brought a real strong element. He was a writer. He was real from the streets. And he loved what he did. And because of him, we got that deal. He was like that Ice Cube figure in our group,
Yeah.
And so we were very happy. We celebrated, man. We got drunk. We wilded out for the whole night, man. Ray had a spot down in the South End. We hung out at his crib, man. There was girls there, man. It was just a wild night. It was a real wild. We were very happy.
Yeah. Okay. So how long did y'all have that deal with Tommy?
That we put out one project with them. And then the whole Ice-T controversy came with the Cop Killer. They was comparing the Cop Killer to One in the Chamber. And he pulled his record off the shelf, and they were trying to make us pull our record off the shelf. It got too controversial for Tommy Boy, and they let us go.
Yeah. They let y'all go. How'd you feel when they let y'all go?
I mean, we felt fucked up, but it was like back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board, make dope music. One thing that we always did, and I'll never take from us, is that we made dope music.
Yeah.
We made dope music together. That was our sanctity. That was something that we always agreed upon. Even when we argued before a show, we would argue before a show, like really come to blows type of shit. And then we would go on the stage, and you would never know it.
Yeah.
Even when we weren't speaking for like 10 years, when I had hooked up with Edo, Ray had came back, and then we did an Edo G Made Men collaboration. We did a show at the Paradise, and you would never know. We didn't miss a beat just because we had that type of. We practiced a lot when we was together as a group.
Yeah. So y'all had 7 different major record labels.
Yeah.
Record deals. Tommy Boy, Epic, Virgin, Def Jam, Restless / BMG, RCA, and Interscope.
Absolutely, yeah.
What was the biggest signing bonus you received out of all those deals?
Interscope.
Oh yeah, how much they gave y'all?
I think that was like $350.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Interscope. Was Jimmy Iovine there at the time? Or?
Yep.
Okay. And how did it feel to be over there at Interscope? You was like, man, we made it.
Honestly, that album, that deal, we never put nothing out on Interscope because that's when I left the group. That was around 2000. That's when I had left the group.
Okay, so you left.
And so I left it. When I left the group, I took my share, and I was out.
Okay, was that after a certain incident you left the group?
That was after the incident that we had at the Fleet Center.
Okay.
With Rough Riders.
Rough Riders.
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama face.